If you are a digital nomad looking for a Schengen Days tracking app, here is the short answer. The best approach is a dedicated 90 and 180 tracker app on your phone, cross-checked against the official EU short stay calculator. In this video, I compare 5 tools for tracking Schengen Days: the official European Commission calculator, Schengen Simple, 90 Days Schengen, Schengen Calculator 9180, and Schengen 9180 Counter. I will give you exact numbers, what each app does well, and which one fits which kind of traveler, so you can pick a Schengen tracker in the next 10 minutes. First, the rule itself, in numbers. Non-EU travelers can stay 90 days within any 180-day period across the Schengen area, which in 2026 covers 29 countries. The keyword is any. It is a rolling window. Every single day, you look back 180 days and count every day of presence. Entry day and exit day both count as full days. The legal basis is Regulation EU 2016/399, Article 6, Paragraph 2, the Schengen Borders Code. There is no reset when you leave. That rolling window is exactly what a Schengen tracker app has to compute correctly. Why do so many digital nomads get this wrong? 3 classic mistakes. 1. Assuming the 180 window resets after you leave. It never resets, it rolls. 2. Counting nights instead of days, which silently drops 1 day per trip. 3. Forgetting short hops, like a weekend in Paris between stays in Lisbon. Since October 2025, the EU entry-exit system records your crossings biometrically, so an overstay of even 1 day is visible at the border and can mean fines or an entry ban. What should you demand from a Schengen Days tracking app? For things. 1. The algorithm must follow the official EU short stay calculator methodology, not a homemade approximation. 2. Planning. You want to type in a future trip and see whether it fits, and the exact date you may re-enter. 3. Offline access, because you often need the number standing in a border queue with no roaming. 4. Privacy. Your travel history is sensitive, so prefer an app that keeps data on the device with no account requirement. Now let us apply those. Tool number 1, the official short stay calculator on the European Commission website. It is free. It is the reference implementation of the rule, and every serious tracker app should match its output. But as a daily driver, it is rough. It is a web form. It stores nothing, so you retype your full travel history every time. There is no trip planning mode, and nothing works offline. Verdict: essential for cross-checking before a flight, painful as your everyday Schengen day counter. Use it as the audit tool, not the tracker. Tool 2, Schengen Simple, available on both Apple and Android phones. Its strengths are a predictive calendar that shows how your allowance evolves day by day, support for multiple entries, and an exportable report you can show at border control. For a nomad who wants visual planning, it is a solid choice. Check the current pricing on its site, since features have moved between free and paid tiers over time. Against our 4 criteria, it scores well on planning. Verify the offline behavior on your own device before you rely on Tools 3 and 4 quickly. 90 Days Schengen is a popular Android tracker. You enter trips, it shows days used and days remaining. Simple and effective. Schengen Calculator 9180 is a long-standing iPhone app doing the same on iOS with a clean trip list. Both answer the core question, how many of my 90 days are left, in a few taps. Where they are thinner is forward planning and documentation. If you only ever need the remaining days number, either will serve. Power users will want more. Tool 5 is Schengen 9180 Counter, and it is the one I use daily. Its algorithm explicitly follows the methodology of the official EU short stay calculator and Regulation 2016/399, Article 6.2, and the app even includes a built-in comparison against the official calculator, so you can verify the math yourself. It is fully offline, requires no account, and keeps your entire travel history on the device. On the 4 criteria from earlier, official methodology, planning, offline, privacy, it is the only app in this roundup that explicitly commits to all 4. Here is the planning workflow in Schengen 9180 Counter. You enter a planned trip, say March 10th to April 5th, and the app instantly tells you whether all 27 days fit inside your rolling allowance, and if not, the earliest date you can enter. The calendar view paints the 180-day window, so you literally see old days expiring and new allowance opening up. You can keep separate profiles, useful for couples where each passport has its own count. For a digital nomad juggling Lisbon, Berlin, and Tbilisi legs, this planner answers the real question: when can I come back? So which Schengen tracker should a digital nomad pick? If you take 1 or 2 trips a year, the official calculator plus any simple counter like 90 Days Schengen is enough. If you love visual calendars and exportable proof, look at Schengen Simple. If you want official methodology, real trip planning, full offline access, and no account, my pick is Schengen 9180 Counter, and it is free on the App Store. Whichever app you choose, cross-check important decisions against the official EU calculator before you book, and remember the border officer has the final word. Rapid FAQ. Does the count reset when I leave Schengen? No, the 180-day window rolls continuously. Do arrival and departure days count? Yes, both count as full days, even a 23:59 arrival. Do days in non-Schengen countries like Ireland or Cyprus consume the allowance? No, only the 29 Schengen countries count. What if I overstay? Expect fines, possible entry bans, and since the entry-exit system launch your record is biometric. Can an app guarantee entry? No app can. The guard decides. A tracker keeps your math clean and your case documented. All links are in the description. Schengen 9180 Counter free on the App Store, the official EU short stay calculator, and timestamps for every chapter of this comparison. Full transparency. This video's narration uses an AI-generated voice, and the facts were checked against the official EU sources in August 2026. If this comparison saved you a border headache, a like helps other digital nomads find accurate Schengen information instead of guesswork. Safe travels, and may your rolling window always have days left.